things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are bugging you. You dear friends of the program, you can't stand them anymore. They're in your life. You want them out of your life. They are things that must go. And so you say, I know what I'll do. I'll send my list of things that must go to Radio from Hell, and maybe it'll make me feel better if they read it on the air. And maybe, magically, these things will disappear from my life. Send them to Radio from Hell at x96.com. Put must go in the subject line if you would please, and maybe we'll get to yours on the air. I'll go first today. I have one of my own. People who say or use the word or do this, homeschool. Oh, yeah, we homeschool. My kids are homeschooled. I can almost always tell by the tone of their voice and how they say it what kind of people they are, and I don't care for them. Homeschool. We homeschool. Yeah. We're sort of better than you because, we homeschool.
You're not qualified. Your kids are going to be dumb.
All right. This one says... I have two things that must go. First, mattresses, especially queen or king heavy mattresses that don't have handles on the side.
Yes, they should.
It's really hard to move these heavy mattresses by just squeezing on them. It seems like they could easily put handles on the side to facilitate moving. Sure. And the other thing that must go are the warranties on carpets with Scotchgard that guarantee they won't stain. I have found that these are worthless. We recently laid new carpet, and when we were gone on vacation, there was a leak around the skylight that stained the carpet, which had never been walked on. We have tried to get it out, including using a professional carpet cleaner. When we contacted the carpet company, they said, well, that's not covered. The warranties are worthless. They're worthless. The last time we had laid carpet in our living room, the warranty covered everything except bill stains from animals. I don't know what that means. And everything else was covered. Let's see. This one says, hello, lords and ladies. Mitch, the finance guy here with a few things that must go. I'm a diabetic. I use Mounjaro for my diabetes and weight loss. I was at 462 pounds a year ago.
Wow.
And I've lost almost 100 pounds since that. The thing that must go is the shortage of Mounjaro. I've been waiting for almost 2 months for my supply. I've done my best to keep my blood sugar down and watch what I'm eating. My body's been having a hard time adjusting without it. I understand that drugs like that and Ozempic are having issues keeping up with mass demands, but please, I need my Mounjaro. This week, I barely got some Mounjaro pens, and my body is trying to get back to the use of it. And some side effects are sulfur burps and diarrhea and nausea. And that's another thing that must go is the side effects. Nothing ruins a nice kiss for my wife with a sulfur burp showing up unexpectedly. This is more information than we need. Thanks for letting me listen. This one says, teachers who think punishment is a good way of fixing things must go. And this one says, Bill talking about Tom Cruise and Magnolias. I don't recall doing that.
Yeah, you've mentioned you like Tom Cruise and Magnolia.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking of a different movie. I was thinking of Steel Magnolias. No. Yeah. Tom Cruise in Magnolia and me deciding to watch it at 9 p.m. must go. It's a long-ass movie, Bill. It is long, yes. All right. Kerry?
You set aside time for that one. Let's see. This one from the foot of Mount Doom. You know those half bathrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bath towel racks in half bathrooms.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't need that.
That's too much towel for just washing your hands.
Just a hand towel. Just a hand.
Get some art in there and just a hand towel rack. You
Yeah.
don't need the whole in there. Also, the ceramics at Color Me Mine not grouped according to skill/difficulty. What? This is Sue.
No, this makes sense. I get it.
I had no business painting that flower pot I picked. It was too hard. I only had 2 hours to paint. Needless to say, it looked sloppy and like a toddler did it. I wondered why you didn't bring it home, huh? And the weird moment when you know you're in a different time zone, but you're on a road trip and you didn't see the clock on your phone or car switch. See, now you can't remember if you're in the old time zone or the new time zone. Anyway, this one from, let's see, Annie. Falling to sleep fast and sleeping like a log until 3 a.m. must go. Dreaming you're awake, dealing with stressful situations must go.
Yeah.
Waking up every 45 minutes must go. Night sweats must go. Seriously, I've never been happier. Maybe sleep disruptions from being postmenopausal. Shout, go. Also, Trump. There we go. Zane, I have one thing that must go. I have a good working lawnmower. However, It's got one wheel that keeps falling off. It's hard to mow the lawn with 3 wheels. Let's see. This one from Please Don't Use My Name. I'm a rideshare driver, and I drive an electric vehicle. And people automatically assume the dumbest things about electric vehicles and provide their opinion or beliefs without knowing any facts about them, such as, how do you drive your Uber when you have to charge 4 times a day? Wrong. Maybe in a 7 to 8 hours of driving around the city, I might charge once. Don't you feel bad that your car will eventually contaminate more than the average combustion car when the battery is gone and you have to spend another $30,000? These EV batteries, they go as high as 300,000 miles plus. I don't know what you're talking about. Lastly, pick up your garbage when you leave my car. All right. And finally, this from Cheryl. One-ply toilet paper. What is the point?
There is no point. You end up using more anyway. You're not saving toilet paper.
Gina?
A couple of mine. This morning, I heard a sports report. Someone clinches a win. You don't clench a win.
I clenched to win.
You clinch it with an I.
God.
And also, I live in a neighborhood that has really nice brick Tudor homes, old Tudor homes.
Yeah.
And people keep buying them and painting the brick white. Stop doing that.
Oh.
It looks terrible. Let's see. This from, our old intern Damon. Things that must go. A couple of quick things. First, Gina, who paid money more than once to see Guns N' Roses, railing against Madonna for her late show starts. I know, it's the same thing. Landlords who let the mail from multiple unoccupied properties build up, write return to sender on all of it and dump it in a collection box. All that mail gets sorted as outbound mail, and the sorting machine can't tell it's supposed to be returned. Just ends up back in the trays in the next day's mail. Let's see. This is from Surly Shane. Good morning, Lords. This is Shane. Use my name. It's all good. Many things that must go. Go. Dude I work with. Stop sleeping. You're not paid to take a nap. You're embarrassing yourself. Also, stop sticking your tongue out. You're not 5. My wife and I went to a barbecue. Keep in mind, I don't eat food made by other people. Shane, I get you. You're my kind of people. But this reinforces why I don't do that. We went to the wives' friend's house. They had a party, and a guy, I'll call him E. coli, was cooking food. Their cat got up on the food prep table and was crawling around on the food prep table where he was. This is why I don't eat other people's food. And he says, on a lighter note, if you get an earworm with the song that you can't get out of your head, if you sing by Menon as it finishes, it will go away. And finally, here is my hodgepodge list of things that must go. You can use my name. It's Nick. When a talk show host tells the guest that they need to take a break for commercial, but then asks, hey, we need to take a quick break. Can you stick around for a while?
Just one. I'd love to see it. No, I can't.
That's what he said. I'm sorry, I got to go. Having a tiny piece of fuzz on your hair or your glasses and you decide to lightly puff it off, except you end up with a wet blow and you need to spend more time actually wiping them clean. Waking up in the middle of the night with a noise whistle. You're all warm and cozy and you don't want to reach for a tissue, but that noise is making it so you can't sleep. And going to transfer your laundry from the washer to the dryer, and you find one lone piece of clothing, usually a sock, which didn't make it into the wash. It's too small for its own load, so it just has to wait until the next wash. Thanks for letting me listen.
Things that must go on the radio.